Hey,
Hey,
we're
what's
back
up?
finally.
Yes, finally we're
How are you?
back. I'm good. I'm managing. School has been an interesting journey so
Oh,
far, but this too shall
stop.
pass. So, I'm
I
just
know that feeling.
I'm pushing through.
I know
Um,
that. Yeah, I know that feeling.
yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
I feel like I need a change of
Scenery?
scenery, the environment. It's giving icky here. It's giving icky. By
Yeah.
here, I mean here, like America here. Ew.
Yeah.
Um, and
Yeah.
I know that typically our podcast is typically, like
Light-hearted.
light-hearted and it's
Yeah.
fun
Fun.
and
Mm.
ha ha
Ha
ha.
ha.
We're not doing that.
No.
We're finishing each other's sentences, but that's a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I
Life is lifing right
I
now,
feel
and there's so much happening right now,
at
and it's
once,
just, yeah,
at
yeah,
once.
and it's
It's just too
overwhelming,
much. It's
honestly.
it is. I feel like our age group, specifically our age group, like anyone in the late 20s, early 30s, we're feeling it. I mean,
Hardcore.
we went
Hardcore.
through COVID. We went through the pandemic shift. We went through like just so many things. Remote work. Don't want to work remote. Don't want to be hybrid. Want to this. It's a lot of changes and too much growing pains. I feel like at once.
Yeah, at the
And
same time.
yeah, and I feel
Yeah.
like our age group, we have no space or room to really heal.
Race.
Right? It's like what back to back to back to back to back to back.
Boom, 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 boom.
Where's our healing period? You know?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Like,
Yeah.
I felt that. I
Right?
felt
Yeah.
that. I felt that. Before, I mean, if you already kind of picked up on the vibe
The
of the
vibes. Yeah.
episode,
Yeah.
but before we jump too much, I want to first just acknowledge that it is February, so it's Black History
It's
Month. We always have to make sure that we tip our hats,
that's
acknowledge,
true.
remember, celebrate all of the accomplishments, contributions, everything of my people, my Black people, like we love. So you see our shirts. We are
Yes.
representing. If you can't see it or read them, it may be like
It might be
backwards. I don't.
backwards.
That's Black Deaf Students Matter. And I want to shout out. Where did you get the
This is a
shirts?
deaf owned business based in California,
Black
I believe.
Deaf
Yes.
owned.
Black deaf
That's
owned
right.
business have different
That's right.
colors. I want it black for us because it matches with everything. That's just me. So Black deaf students matter, especially right now. So we will definitely tap in on that in this episode.
Yes.
But yeah, so
Yes.
if you want to support this business, I
Support Black
will
owned businesses,
definitely.
Black deaf owned
Yes,
businesses.
we
Yes.
will tag the company in our comments in our
Yes. The
Instagram.
creator,
Yes.
everything.
So if you
But
want to buy this month, we should be buying all Black owned businesses and supporting that economy. So
and you already know that's the full year round thing, but
yes.
100% right now, this is the time to
hmm
definitely stand up, show up, do your part, contribute as much as you can,
And
support.
amplify
That's
the
right.
voices that need that,
Yes. Yes. So happy Black History Month again. And thank you so much. I'm loving the shirts. We'll probably touch on some other things throughout this month too, to
Mhm.
highlight. But now I want to shift back because we're definitely going to be touching on a little bit more heavier topics and just kind of acknowledging what's going on around us. Like, it's important to not be tone deaf to the environment. And
What's
right
going on?
now there's so much happening. We probably won't mention everything. I think that may be a little bit impossible with the time limits, and just, just being mindful of
How
emotionally
much we're
where we are.
absorbing, honestly, how much we're absorbing, you know?
Yeah,
I don't want to put
yeah.
too much in one episode,
No,
but if you want us to
not
touch on
interested in doing
things,
that. We're not interested in trauma dumping. Like, no.
yes, no. But if you want us to touch on some things that we didn't mention in this episode, please add it in the comments. We'll
Right.
definitely
That's
mention
right.
them.
That's right. So, what's on your mind, girl?
I feel like I said, our age group, we have too much current events
Struggle?
happening. Yeah, like the planes are falling from the sky.
Girl,
Um,
it is like
I
2
think
or
six.
3, 6.
I think I'm gonna say 3 or 4.
Okay, I feel like maybe around 3 I've noticed. And let me clarify this for the audience too. I voluntarily don't watch the news.
Same.
I just
I
don't do it.
try the best I can,
I
but
stop.
sometimes it's just too much
It's too
for
much.
me to take in.
Consume. I
Mhm.
can't. I can't. I literally can't.
Yeah,
I stopped watching. I know this is gonna be like, but like, seriously, I've never really watched it growing up. It was never my thing. Always just very negative and fear inducing. But COVID around 2020, that's
same.
when I decided
I
no
gotta.
more, no more. So I stopped.
For me, I try to tap in as much as I can, but
You can
when
get you
I
can get updates in other places. You
yes,
can.
I feel like when I hit my limit and I can't like for today, I'm like, okay, I met my cap for today. I can't.
I think that's important. Like, you're
Yeah,
able to like self-identify and like take care of yourself. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I,
Like, I think, well, go ahead.
no, 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 no. Go,
I
go.
was just gonna say, I think for me, I know, like you said, you know your capacity. It means
You
you
have
understand
to.
who you are.
Have
You know
to.
what you can and you can't handle. Like, mental capacity. It's we're done. So acknowledging that and then respecting that, like respecting yourself to say, I'm gonna take care of me and I'm not gonna like push it or try to do too much or
At once.
consume too much. Like, I think that is an amazing thing. Like, that's something to really like take note of and try to incorporate like going forward. If you're not doing that for yourself, please do consider doing that. Um
Yeah.
we as individuals in life, our own personal lives, have so much happening, and then we live in a world where so much is happening, so it can really become overwhelming. It can become too much.
Too
Okay,
much to absorb. Too much to take
too
in. Too much.
much,
Too much.
too
But
much.
I will say, as someone who flies often, that
Pay attention. Yeah, it's
was a lot to
terrifying,
me.
heartbreaking, heartbreaking.
Um, Me and Tasia, we've already mentioned this on our podcast so many times, but our like we went to school in DC.
Correct.
We flown DCA many times,
Holidays, home, back and forth.
back and forth. So when I saw that, my heart broke for the
Yeah.
families, for people at the
Everyone
airport.
involved.
Oh, it's like, how do you carry that? You know what I mean? You carry that, and you're in that. And DC is one of the busiest airports. You have the government officials, you have, really big name people going in and out of DC all the time. So you're like, oh my God, like, oh,
How? I think
how?
that's the biggest question I've had since seeing that. How?
How?
I'm
Yeah,
still like stumped.
Me too. I'm still like,
And leadership of the country hasn't really, the
I hadn't
response
really,
was not
no,
where it needed to be. I'm gonna
mm-mm.
say it like that. It was
Uh,
it
his
was
responses, his way
left
of,
much. It left much to be desired.
yes. I look back when we had Obama running the country and how he responds to things, and now our current sitting president, how he's responding to things. I'm like,
Yeah.
I, it doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel okay. It doesn't feel.
It's lacked
We've had,
empathy, honestly.
oh,
Like
we've
people
had,
lost their lives.
oh
Like,
my
can
God,
we just
62,
be
I believe.
human? Yeah. Can we just
62
be human
families.
and like
Like,
acknowledge that? Can we just pay respect to that? Can we take a
definitely.
moment to like, honor that?
Like you could have been simple. Like I feel like you could have been simple and said, my thoughts and my prayers are with the family. If you have nothing nice to say, at least at the minimum, say that.
Nicely said. There you go.
But instead, he said, like they asked him, "Are you going to visit the crash site of the families that were lost?" He was like, "What do you want me to do? Go swimming?" That is not only distasteful, that is so
Wow.
disrespectful. These
Disrespectful.
families are grieving immediately. These families were texting their significant other, saying, "Okay, I'm here at the arrivals, I'm ready to pick you up." Find out they're not going to pick them up, and you don't have like the heart to at least say thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
So disrespectful. So disrespectful. And to me, just
Mhm.
watching that, like watching what he said, I'm just like, ew. Like
I've been feeling you about a lot of things.
of
Like,
course.
let's not forget, like the wildfires that's
Oh,
been going on, and how many people have lost their
California
homes.
is still on fire, and you are not even acknowledging that California is still on fire. People are falling out of the sky. There's too much happening, and as a president, you are not leading your nation, your home. This what
Right now, it's very
it
chaotic.
is.
I think people are looking to see um sound mind, um sound leadership, um tact,
We're
um
not getting that
some
anytime.
like appropriate responses to all of the things that are
To
happening.
crises that are
And
happening.
granted, it's a lot happening. So how to handle all of that, I mean, I'm sure would leave anyone like a little bit like, huh. But at the same time, there's an expectation when you step into a role. So it's like, I really hope and I pray that going forward things do change for the better, and we do start to see some kind of improvement in that arena. I wanted to just kind of touch on briefly, um because we are like wearing shirts and we're talking about the students. There's been
Yes.
some changes or some attempts when it comes to the Department of Education. Am I correct?
Ooh. Yes, the Department of Education, from my understanding, is being like completely
Like
removed.
dismantled?
Completely, it's
I think
uh,
there are attempts. I'm not 100% sure that it's completely done,
I
but
don't
I
think
do
it's like
know,
I don't think it's done,
no,
but
or
I
in
think he's trying
effect,
to
but I think there are attempts
dismantle
right
it.
now to,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
Um,
think that I told my grandmama, I was like, I can't imagine the parents that currently have students in the school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How are these parents functioning? How are these parents sending their kids already sending your kid to school is scary.
It's a very dangerous thing.
That's
Like, I hate
like
to say it, but it's a dangerous sport. Like,
it
with,
is.
you
I'm
know,
like
like
as a
trigger warning, but we have like school shootings that have
yes.
happened. It is I
We
couldn't imagine.
have
It's very scary.
not even just that. It's that and also trans rights being taken away.
That too.
And how do these kids walk in the hall feeling safe,
Same.
feeling okay to be who they are and walk in their shoes? And then you turn around and you tell them, well, you're not safe in the school because our sitting president is this. And then the parents will have to send their kid to school in fear. I I feel that's loaded. And that's too
Oh
much for a
yeah.
parent to
Yeah.
handle. And I've come across some TikToks and where teachers are crying because they're like, you gotta understand, we spent 8 hours a day with these kids and then we send them home. So we're with them a big
Most of the
part of
day.
the day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the teachers said my kids are getting deported and sent back to
That's
wherever.
another thing too,
That's too much.
with ICE and all of the things that are
That's
happening.
too much.
There are so many families are being impacted. Um, these are very heavy things. So I just want to first say, if anyone who is watching knows someone or is directly being impacted by any of these events, changes, whatever, our hearts are going out to you. Please know
Yeah.
that. This is a very trying, hard, difficult time. I don't have the words to make things better. What I can say is we see you, we
Yeah.
hear you, and we are praying for you. Like, this is, for lack of a better like word, it's a mess. This
It
this is a
is.
mess.
It's
And I
really.
wish I could like fix. This is a mess.
This is not something that you can like just put a band-aid on and keep moving with your
No,
day. This is really scary time
very
to navigate.
serious.
That is.
It's, I
And
think it is changing and shaping our world
it is.
in a very unique way that we haven't seen
I
before.
do I do feel like history is repeating itself in a way, for
Yeah,
sure.
kind of.
It's
Yeah.
repeating itself in a way.
Well, it feels
And
like regression.
it
So we're
is.
going back.
It's going back.
It's not progress. It's
It's not.
regression for sure.
And it's like happening so fast. He's only
Yeah.
been president barely 12 days. Barely 12 days. And I'm like, I told him to come out. I was like, he came back this time, second term, but it's different than first. He was a mess, but this time he came back, and I feel like he came back to retaliate. He came back to be vicious. I mean, these are innocent kids in school being traumatized, and on, you're inflicting trauma on them that they don't need. You're doing things that doesn't need to happen. Not in this day, not in this age, not as your ancestors have fought for. This is not. This is not
Yeah.
it. This is not okay.
this ain't it at all.
It's
Like,
not.
it's
It's too heavy. It's like,
I constantly find myself at a loss for words,
well, yeah.
honestly. And I'm not even sure I'm able to completely or fully process.
Do you
I'm
have the time to
definitely
process it though?
No, I'm trying not to internalize it, which is very hard within itself.
Yeah.
I try to look at it from the lens of this is happening around and to us, but not for us. Um, but it is very challenging to see,
Yeah.
hear, read, watch, consume all of this. And then basically like pretend like everything's okay. We're good. Like
We're like,
it
we're
just
gonna just,
feels very.
how do I, like, you just one foot, and one another. That's
Well,
all you
that's
can do.
literally what I've been doing. If
That's
I'm
all you,
honest, since 2020, I've literally had to just take things day by day and sometimes moment by moment. Like, I really have lost the ability sometimes to like see or envision future. It's become, you have goals, you have things that you want to work towards and chase after and take over. And it's like, for me, these past few years it's become really difficult to do that, to practice that. I can have short-term goals, but when it comes to like long-term, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it becomes really murky.
blur,
Like
the lines are blurred.
I can't like I I can't. I
Mhm.
literally was just talking like when I so let me back up. I've been meditating and just working on trying to hop into that bag. And I 100% believe that is a great practice. Just breathing and mindfulness
Try
is
to
is
be in
good.
the
It's a good
moment, like
thing.
just,
Yeah. But I'll be honest, there's different kinds of meditation. I do not practice all. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not even like fully adept on that. But when it comes to like visualization, that one I'm stumped. I have tried to do it and I literally can't. Um
I get
and
what
that's
you're
hard
saying.
to like admit.
I get what you're saying, and I feel like that. I've been feeling like that. Like, the future is hard to
To
picture.
yeah,
When you take a
what you
snapshot
saying.
and you see it, and you see everything that's gonna happen after, because you have hope. Hope is hard right now. Hope is hard right now,
That is true.
and
That is a true statement.
hope is hard right now.
I
And
don't like it,
uh,
but that is a
I
very true
I
statement for
s-
many of us.
I saw someone. I saw a meme or a tweet or something, and it said the 90s for us in our 30s was the best times of our life.
Best best time.
Right now, we are living in the worst time of our lives, trying to just push through. I have seen so many peers of myself just struggling with mental health issues day to day,
Yes. It's a
and then
persistent issue.
to see everything that's happening in the world, you're like, it's like, okay,
Lord.
okay, I survived today, okay. Then the next day you hear something else like really tragic happens, and you're like, okay, let's pull up our sleeves and we're gonna
Yeah.
figure out how to do the next day. And it's just too much to carry. And I have, we've lived through some stuff, and I,
Some historic stuff.
we've had sitting presidents that we found meh. But right feel like I'm still grieving. That Kamala could have won. What would our world look like? I'm not saying she would have been the best of the best. I'm
Right.
not saying that, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like she could have had empathy. She could have had a, a soft-spoken words when we needed them as a nation, as a
That is
nation.
our hope.
You know.
That would be our
So
hope.
right now,
Uh,
like
we
this
don't
is
know,
only
but
this is only
yeah.
not even 1 month, and I'm having a hard time picturing the months ahead. You
I
know.
think that's very fair. I mean,
Yeah.
giving the turn of events, I think that is very fair to express and feel that way. I I get it
Right.
completely. I think for me, I'm kind of, if I'm being honest, and this is like my therapy. So I've been kind of just like detaching.
I
I
get it.
don't think that's a healthy or the
But it makes sense
most
though.
healthy thing to do, but I've literally kind of just like detached,
I can. I think
mentally
that's
and
valid.
emotionally.
I think
Uh,
that's valid.
I just can't sit around being angry or anxious. I can't.
And that's
Um,
really honestly no way to live.
no. And I can't,
It's
and
not.
literally I remind myself of this often when I see, hear, read, watch, whatever. I just constantly, say to myself, like, I, there is nothing I can do about this situation. Literally, quite literally, there's nothing I can do about that situation except for pray about it. But what can I do? And I think maybe many of us are starting to feel that, like, what can I do? It's
I
out of
think
my
that
hands. It's quite literally above me. It's above me.
what I did was like how I
What, like, it is
look
so above me now, like I can't even, like, um try not to be
for our
hopeless,
think
it's
we're
it.
kind of just dissociating from this.
Oh, I know I am. I know I am.
It's too much. It's too
I
much.
don't like it. I don't want
But it makes
to.
sense. I don't
No.
want to just dismiss that like it's happening. It's happening because it makes sense that it's happening, and it's happening because we're having no space, no room to process. We're having no room to grieve, no room to heal, no room to do anything other than wake up and go to work, go to
And
school.
survive. I
So
think
like,
we're in
yes, we
survival
are,
mode right
and
now.
I was just about we are in survival mode, and that's what we're functioning on. And there are people in the audience, I'm sure, who are running on fumes, and I, I tip my hat out to you. I like commend you because I know it's hard. I'm not commending you for pushing through hard times in a negative way. I'm saying like you got it, and damn, I feel you. I empathize with you, and
Yeah.
this is the best we can do, and I think that's something that we have to remind ourselves. We're doing the very best that we can do at this moment. We're doing the
With
best.
what we have.
That's all
literally
we have.
literally with
That's
what
all
we
we have.
have, with the information we have today. And may I submit that may be just enough. Like, that's enough.
For
you
right now,
you are doing what you can, what you know, to be, you know
yeah,
um I know I'm doing the best I can. Like, on an individual, personal level, I know I'm doing the best I can, and I'm going to wake up tomorrow and try to do a little bit better than I did yesterday. And that is okay for me. That is okay. I don't want to leave this episode with like a dreary,
no,
sad, woe is us tone. I do want to
oh,
make sure that we uplift and we encourage as best we can. I mean, we are human too, and we have to keep it real, raw, authentic too. It's not always flowers and sunshines and
And
happy. It's
butterflies.
not, you know.
No,
But we can acknowledge what's going on around us. We can try to strategize, think of ways to get better. Like we can have conversations about it.
yeah,
And maybe we don't feel good about it right now, but I trust and I believe it won't be like this always. It
it
won't.
can't
This
be.
is whew,
Can't be.
but it
But
can't be like this always. I
it
have
can't.
faith in that. I will
Tap
share
into
that
as much as you can.
as
I
much as you
will
can.
say that I am doing things that I can enjoy at the moment.
Why don't you share it if you feel
Yeah,
comfortable? You know, maybe
yeah.
give some people some
So
ideas.
y'all know I have my dog, and that's my baby.
My boo back there.
My baby. He's right here. He's not.
Mwah. Mwah. Yeah. He sleep.
He's there. But the Super Bowl's coming up,
It
and
is.
I'm planning to. He's still sleeping. I'm planning to decorate for the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes, I got a jersey for me and a jersey for Casper.
Ah,
It's so cute.
okay. I like
So
that.
I'm from New Jersey and we are Phillies fans. So we're
Okay.
right near the Philadelphia Eagles stadium.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm gonna tap
Wah
into
wah.
that I'm gonna be like, the Eagles, we got it. We got this.
Fight.
So
I like that. I
I'm
like
like,
that.
okay, I'm gonna dress up. I'm gonna dress my dog up, and we're gonna enjoy the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's what I can do for right now.
To take
That's
care
what
of
I can
yourself.
handle for right now.
Right.
And I'm
Right.
looking forward. I'm excited. I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna post them on Instagram. Maybe I'll share it on our pink text chat.
Why
Page.
not?
Yeah,
Why not? Yeah.
yeah.
No, I
Just
like that. I'm looking forward
enjoy it.
to Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
his performance. Like
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to eating. Girl.
Yes. Are you having it
Food.
at your house?
No, I think we're gonna go.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. It should be fun, but it
Yes.
definitely will be food.
Yes.
So
I'm looking
yes.
forward to the ASL performers.
Oh, what's that? Tell
Um,
me more.
okay, so Matt Maxey is
Okay.
performing. Stephanie Nogia. I actually know better. I grew
We're
up
good. We're
with
good.
her family with her.
Important. We advertise to the audience. That's the important part.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another one where he tends to sign ASL videos.
Okay.
I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, so I'm going to put it in the comments. We
Important.
have
Check
3
it out.
awesome ASL performers at the Super
Performers.
Bowl this year,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to that. Like,
And just like a little, sometimes they be
yes,
stealing the show, baby.
they
So check them
do.
out.
They
I'm
do.
excited. I'm
I'm
very excited
excited.
about that. Um,
Yeah.
and I think this is like a prime example of how when your world seems to be crashing and burning and like, oh my gosh, just try to be gentle with yourself and find
Yes.
little things, because the little things can really be big things,
They
big
can.
impact. And sometimes
Honestly,
you just need to
yeah.
take a moment, take a breather.
Enjoy what you can. And I think I
Right.
want to add this. It's so great, especially now in this time that we have ASL performance with everything that's going on, because it's inclusive and we need to continue to thrive on that.
And uplift and shine a light and
Yes.
spotlight and show and represent, because we didn't really talk about this and I don't want to get deep into it, but DEI has taken a big hit
It
and
has.
we don't want to lose, like, that's so
Yes.
precious, and we have to hold on to that. We have to cherish it. We have to celebrate it. We have to not allow these big businesses and corporations and leadership and whomever try to erase
Yeah. That's a good
what
word.
is so, like, you
Trouble.
can't erase
Important.
us. We here.
Yeah. And I want to say it's not just for people of color, just people
No,
of color.
it's
It's
for
women's rights,
disabled,
disabled.
it's religion, it's
It's so many things.
ethnicity,
It's not one thing. It's
everything.
fighting the big fight for everything.
That's
Like, Asians. So many things.
that's right. All of the protected
It's not one
classes.
thing.
No,
It's
it's
not one thing.
diversity, equity, and inclusion. And child, if we was to break that down, that's another conversation within itself too.
Yes.
But the point is, we value, we appreciate, we celebrate, we love, and we uplift. That's what we are about here. Like, we are literally representation of that. I'm a Black deaf woman. Tori, you want to tell the people who you
With
are? What are
Latina,
you?
with that Latina,
There you go.
no.
It's representation. We are
Say
diversity.
that.
we literally are like walking billboards. That's who we are. You know what I mean? So you can't erase us. You can't get rid of us. We here and we're standing
erase, you can't
strong.
forget.
No,
You can acknowledge, but you can acknowledge, and you can be respectful. And I want us to add this, everything that we're speaking in this episode, and I want to make sure that you leave comments that are tasteful. I
that's
don't want
right. Respect
hateful
always.
comments in our messages, because that's not what we're about.
Number one, you gonna get blocked because we're not doing negativity around here.
No.
Like, and I hope that it doesn't feel like negativity was spreaded or promoted, because that was not our intention. We wanted to highlight things that are happening, like real events and things that are happening, and of course, share some of our commentary, but at the same time we still want to keep it respectful always. Like raw, real, authentic, but no bashing, no slandering or anything like that. And so we ask for the same, in return. That's right. We can always have differences of opinion, differences of values, differences of belief. That is okay. But we have to be respectful in how we share them, how we talk about them.
Our messages.
There you go. So as long as you keep it respectful, you cool.
Yeah.
But if it starts to get a little crazy, you getting blocked. Yeah. You getting deleted.
I need to protect our audience.
And like protect our peace too. Cause peace is hanging on by a thread. Hello?
Yeah.
Doing the best we can. But yes, thank you so much for just checking in with us and listening. And
I want to add, I know this topic was heavy and real time. And
that's right.
My thoughts, my prayers,
That's right.
Everything that everyone's hurting. I'm with you. I hear you. I stand with you.
Yeah.
Our inbox is open too if you need someone to talk to, someone to listen.
Yes.
We feel you.
That's right. I think I second that.
I just wanted to say that one last time for this episode. We're here for you.
That's right. I appreciate that. And I second that. We're right there in the same boat. So this is where we're going to wrap it up. So until next time.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.